Hi parents, moms, dads, grandpa, grandma. This is your child's principal, Bonnie Ho, your friend. I come to you, want to greet you, want to see how you are doing. We've been apart from each other for a month now. We had 3 weeks of e-learning, 1 week of spring break, and now we're at the end of the 4th week of e-learning. It's been quite a while. I just want to see how you are doing. And I know that life is no longer the same. Every one of us are operating in a different mode. Some of you are working at home, just like me, and all of my staff are working at home. It is tough. It is challenging, particularly when you have children at home. Some of our teaching staff also have young children at home. What you are struggling is the same thing that we are struggling, or if you want to say struggling or adjusting to, okay, it's the same thing. My child is a grown child, but my home has turned into my office. I have a lot of meeting, a lot of virtual meeting, a lot of running up and down, signing papers like outside of my my building, where my staff deliver paper back and forth. Life is very different, and it is very tough. But if you still have a job, even though you might be adjusting, be thankful because you still have a job. I know that some of our families, our PTCS family, that one parent or even both parents have lost their job. And it is very, very challenging. Is it uncertain time for those families. And my heart goes out for those families. I want to encourage mom and dad, if you lost your job, these will soon be past, and we are praying that you will find a job when this pandemic is over. You are constantly in our prayer. You might see our teacher in front of the screen teaching your kids, but then there's another team behind praying for our PTCS family. We want to know how better can we pray for you. So next week we will reach out to families to find out more, to see how we could concretely pray for you and give you the support. Help is on its way. If you lost your job, do not worry too much about your child's tuition. It is our commitment that we will make sure that your child will continue to receive education through PTCS. So do not worry too much about how to pay tuition if you lost your job. If, however, God bless you with a job, you still have a job, I also sincerely request that you pay your tuition. I know that you're planning to pay your tuition, but you're thinking that, oh, maybe when we come back to school in May or in June, then I'll pay my tuition then. But may I ask you not to do that, because we need to keep the school in operation. COVID-19 also impacted the school financially in big time. In order for us to keep the school running, operating mode, we need those tuition to come in, because we rely on those tuition to keep the operation going. Now, if you have financial difficulty, do not take this as a pressure. I totally understand, the school understand. But if God bless you that you still have a job, please do not wait until we come back to on campus, because I have tons of bills that I need to pay. I am praying that we could keep the operation going. I know that is inconvenience. You have to put it in mail, or you could put it like you have to go to the school and drop it through the slot. We have admin staff, actually at least 4 days out of 5 days per week, we have at least one staff in the office. The lights might be off, they're working quietly inside by themselves. but at least we are processing. We are keeping the school running. So don't worry about dropping things through the mail slot, because we have someone in there to receive it. Okay, and my encouragement to you is try to live as normal as possible. Just try to maintain our life as what we normally do as possible. Regarding Iowa, for the elementary, the Iowa standardized test definitely has been postponed indefinitely. I have more concrete information for you. I haven't made up my mind in terms of the final decision regarding when we are going to have Iowa exam yet. But as soon as I made a decision, you will be notified. And then think ahead about JSP Jumpstart. Now is the time for enrollment. I want you to, if you plan to enroll your kid, go ahead and enroll your kid. Same way, communicating to us through email, mail, or the mailbox slot. Okay, the early bird discount has been extended until May 15, so you could still take advantage of the early bird discount. Also, re-enrollment, normally now is the time that we will be doing re-enrollment. Of course, this has been interrupted. I want you to go ahead, and if you plan to re-enroll your child, do that, because by doing that, you help us to organize and plan for next year in a much solid ground. So do that either through email, mail slot, either way. Go ahead and do that, okay? And I want you to know that you are not alone. Even though you might be struggling by yourself at home, but you are not alone. We are together in this, and we are going to go through this together, okay, as a family. So before I sign off, I do want to encourage you with one Bible verse from the Bible. This is from the Old Testament, from the book of 1 Chronicle, chapter 16, verse 11. It says, "Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always." We do that at good time, but we need to do that more so in tough time, and which is now. So look, when you feel that you're at the end, you don't know what to do the next day, now is the time for you and I to look to the Lord for his strength. Seek his face always. All right? May God bless you until I see you face to face. Bye-bye.